time to get revenge on that 3-1 loss in December. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back for another match preview. This is Chelsea versus Arsenal. Hopefully you can deal with me. My lighting is getting like a little bit weird. There's a car park around, there's also construction, so hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm also wearing my Chelsea jersey, which I don't normally wear. Maybe it will bring us good luck. I had to record something. Maybe you'll see me somewhere, but I'm not sure when it's going to be shared or anything. But yeah, I'll let you know when I can, or if I can share it at some point. But that's besides the point. Let's get into this match preview video. So Chelsea currently sit third in the Premier League, 4 wins and 1 draw in their last 5 games in the Prem, whereas Arsenal are having a mare of a season. They currently sit 9th, 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss in their last 5 games in the Premier League, but they also came crashing out of the Europa League with a loss to Villarreal. So their season is basically over. We have a lot to play for, but I don't want to take that for granted at all, because like we saw in the reverse fixture, Arsenal were in terrible form. I think they didn't have a win in 10 games or something like that, and then they just showed up and, you know, beat us 3-1, and we can't be having any of that. We need to get revenge on that 3-1 loss. I don't want to see them getting any goals. I want to see us smashing them, like, absolutely. And what I really like about Thomas Tuchel is that he knows that we have a lot of very important games coming up. He knows that we have 2 finals to prepare for, but he also knows how important these matches are for us to get top 4. So he said in his press conference, everyone who isn't a risk will be available for the game. It's not to manage the game on Saturday, as we're in the middle of a race. It's not the time to judge games. So basically this means that he's picking his team based on the game that's ahead. He's really not looking forward to the other games. I have a feeling that you have to look forward like a little bit to try to think of your game plan, like a smidge, but I really like that he said that, because it basically means that he's treating every single game like a final. If Chelsea win, we move 1 step closer to securing top 4. We're currently 1 point ahead of Leicester and 6 points ahead of West Ham, so a win wouldn't secure it just yet, but every single win counts. It's going to be extremely important, and like I said before, Arsenal really don't have that much to play for, so I really don't know if that's an advantage or disadvantage for us, because they almost have the pressure off. Like, they can't play in Europe next season, they can't play in the Champions League, the Europa League, so maybe they just show up and say, oh, whatever, and they try to play their best football. But it could also go the other way, that they're like, well, we really don't have that much to play for, and Chelsea dominate. So I'm hoping to see a very typical Chelsea dominant game like we've been seeing recently, and honestly I think we're just a better team than Arsenal, and we can definitely beat them. In goal, I would put Mendy. I could understand maybe if Tuchel wants to rest him, because it does take a lot of mental strength to keep playing in goal. So maybe we see Kepa in there ahead of all of the really big games that Chelsea do have. But if he's going to be playing this like a final, I assume that he's probably going to have Mendy in goal. And then for my back 5, I chose to have Reece and Chilwell on the wings. Chilwell got a rest against Man City, and I think that Reece just has enough in the tank to be playing versus Arsenal, and I really don't think that you have to set up that defensively, and nor maybe could you, because Christensen is out as well. So I think we're going to see Reece there. And then for back 3, I think it's going to be Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, and Rudiger. Perhaps we could see Kurt Zouma come in for one of these players, but I have a feeling that's more or less going to be the players that we're going to see, especially with Christensen being out. But you never know with Thomas Tuchel. I keep trying to fix my lighting, so hopefully it's a little bit better, but whatever. So in that 2, you know, Kovacic is still out. He's hoping to be back for, I think, the Leicester game, but that's not looking super likely. So you have Jorginho, Kanté, and Gilmour. Now, Kanté played against Man City, so my thinking is that he's probably going to get a rest, especially playing against Leicester in the FA Cup final. Again, I know he said not to really think about that, but I'm thinking about it. So I think that I would personally play Jorginho and Gilmour, and Gilmour really showed that he's capable of playing in these big games. He had a fantastic performance against Man City. That really shouldn't be taken lightly, so I think that you should reward him and play him in this game as well, and then you could play Conte and Jorginho in the Leicester FA Cup final. I think Mason Mount needs to start this game. He was rested against City, so I see him coming back in. He's a young player. I don't think he needs like loads and loads of rest, and I think that we really do look like a different side when Mason Mount is on the pitch. So that leaves us to the front three. Honestly, when I was making my starting 11, I accidentally put down 12 players because we just have so many attacking options and I didn't realize. But if I'm looking at players to play, I think Ziyech and Pulisic played against Man City, so maybe you rest them and play Callum and Havertz. Havertz didn't play against Man City at all, and Callum had a really good cameo and he hasn't been getting that many minutes, so I think that this would be a good game to play him in because I do feel like we're going to have the majority of the possession. We should be able to create things against Arsenal. We should be able to win this game, so it could be a really good game, not only to reward him, but for him to showcase what he can do. And then that leaves you with Pulisic and Werner and Ziyech potentially to come on, and all of those players can also start against Leicester. And then you also have the likes of Tammy and Giroud. It would be really great to see Giroud play and score against his former club. I kind of want to see that as well. Maybe he gets a start because it's going to be one of his last games for Chelsea. We just really don't know, but I do hope that Giroud gets to come on at some point in this match. As for a score prediction, I'm going to go 2-0 to Chelsea. Maybe a little bit optimistic with that clean sheet, but maybe not, because Chelsea really have been keeping a lot of clean sheets. Arsenal have not been playing that well. I expect us to win. And as for goal scorers, I don't usually predict goal scorers, but I'm just gonna go for it. Like, let's see. I'm gonna go for Callum and Havertz. I think that Callum looked really strong versus City. He had a goal disallowed, I think, right? Is memory serving me correctly? I think he had a goal disallowed, and Havertz I think has 3 goals in his last 3 Premier League games. These stats are off the top of my head, so okay, I just checked on who scored. It seems that I was correct. He has 2 against Fulham, 1 against Crystal Palace, didn't score against Brighton. So not bad for off the top of my head, but you know, that's who I'm going with to score. Honestly, I'd be happy with anybody, but you know, why not give it a try? Maybe I'll play the lotto or something. So guys, thank you so much for watching this match preview. If you liked it, don't forget to drop it a like down below, subscribe to my channel because that also helps me out so much. The support honestly has been absolutely insane the past couple of days. Like, I can't believe it. My mind is blown, and I really honestly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos, because I don't know, it feels crazy that people want to listen to what I have to say about Chelsea and football, and that's really cool. So thank you guys again. Hopefully we have a really happy Elizabeth for the match review, and until next time, I'm out.